Today we're going to talk about Microsoft's AutoGen framework, a programming framework for building multi-agent AI applications. It allows AI agents to operate autonomously or work alongside humans. However, please note that AutoGen is now in maintenance mode and will not receive new features. New users are recommended to use Microsoft Agent Framework instead. But the architecture and ideas of AutoGen are still worth learning. AutoGen was pioneered by Microsoft Research and opened the door to experimental multi-agent orchestration patterns. Its design is layered and extensible. The bottom layer is Core API for messaging and event-driven agents. The middle layer is Agent Chat API for simpler interfaces. The top layer is Extensions API for third-party extensions. This layered design allows you to use the framework at different levels of abstraction. Installation is straightforward. First, make sure you have Python 3.10 or later. Then install the AutoGen Agent Chat and AutoGen XOpenAI packages via pip. Here's a Hello World example. We create an assistant agent using the GPT 4.1 model and ask it to say Hello World. The code is very concise, just a few lines. Let's look at the actual code. First, import the necessary classes, then create an OpenAI model client specifying the model as GPT 4.1. Next, create an assistant agent and pass the model client to it. Finally, call agent.run with the task string. After running, the agent returns a response. Remember to close the model client to free resources. AutoGen also supports MCP server integration. For example, we can create a web browsing assistant using the Playwright MCP server. First, install the @playwright/mcp package, then configure server parameters in code. Use the MCP Workbench Context Manager to pass the server parameters. When creating the assistant agent, set the workbench parameter to the MCP instance. This allows the agent to browse the web. Multi-agent orchestration is a core feature of AutoGen. We can use Agent Tool to wrap other agents as tools for a main agent to call. For example, here we create a math expert and a chemistry expert, then provide them as tools to a general assistant agent. When the user asks a math question, the assistant calls the math expert. For chemistry, it calls the chemistry expert. The maxed alliterations parameter controls the maximum number of tool calls. AutoGen Studio is a no-code GUI tool that lets you quickly prototype and run multi-agent workflows without writing code. Just run the AutoGen Studio UI command to start a local service. However, please note that AutoGen Studio is intended for rapid prototyping only and is not suitable for production environments. Production applications need to implement authentication, security, and other features themselves. AutoGen's architecture has 3 layers. The bottom layer is Core API, which provides messaging, event-driven agents, and a distributed runtime, supporting both .NET and Python. The middle layer is Agent Chat API, built on top of Core API, offering simpler interfaces for rapid prototyping, supporting patterns like two-agent chat and group chat. The top layer is Extensions API, which supports first-party and third-party extensions, such as OpenAI clients and code execution capabilities. It's important to note that AutoGen is now in maintenance mode, meaning it will not receive new features and is community managed. For new projects, Microsoft recommends using Microsoft Agent Framework, which provides enterprise-grade multi-agent orchestration, multi-provider model support, and cross-runtime interoperability. Existing AutoGen users can upgrade via the official migration guide. To summarize, AutoGen is a pioneering multi-agent framework. Although it's now in maintenance mode, its layered architecture and design concepts are still worth learning. For new projects, we recommend using Microsoft Agent Framework directly. If you want to dive deeper, visit the GitHub repository or join the Discord and GitHub discussions communities. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.